this video, we will learn about examples to illustrate Newton's third law of motion. The first example is walking of a person. So when a person walks on the road, he pushes the road below backwards with his foot. Like this, you can observe in the image. Now, in turn, the road exerts an equal force of reaction on the foot of the person in the forward direction, due to which the person is able to walk forward on the road. Now, as the person is pushing the road backwards, the road is also applying a force on the person or the foot of the person in the forward direction, and due to which the person is able to walk forward on the road. The second example is swimming of a person. So while swimming, a swimmer pushes the water backwards with his arms, like this, as you can see in this picture. Thus, action force is acting on water in the backward direction, and in turn the water exerts an equal force of reaction on the swimmer in the forward direction, due to which the swimmer is able to swim forward. So the water exerts a force in this direction on the person, and due to this force the swimmer is able to swim forward. The next example is recoil of a gun. So when a gun is fired, it exerts a forward push on the bullet, and the bullet exerts an equal and opposite reaction force on the gun, like this, as you can observe in this picture. As a result, the gun recoils in the backward direction. Now we know that acceleration is equal to force divided by mass. Now since mass of the gun is much greater than that of the bullet, for the same force, the backward acceleration of the gun is much less than the forward acceleration of the bullet. As we know that if mass is more, the acceleration is less. Now the next example is flight of a bird. So while flying, the bird pushes air backwards with his wings, and in turn, air exerts an equal reaction force on the bird, and due to this reaction force, the bird is able to fly in the forward direction. Now the fifth example is rowing of a boat in a river. So while rowing his boat in a river, a boatman pushes the water backwards with his oars. So this is an oar, and the boatman is pushing the water backwards with his oar. In turn, the river water exerts an equal and opposite reaction on the boat, and this reaction force is responsible for motion of the boat in the river. Now moving on to the next example. When a sailor jumps out of a rowing boat, the boat is found to move in a backward direction due to reaction force. So you can observe in this picture, a sailor is jumping out of the boat, so the force on the sailor is in this direction, and due to the reaction force, the force on the boat is in this direction, and this is why the boat is found to move in backward direction. So the next example is working principle of a jet plane. So burning of fuel in a jet plane produces large quantity of hot gases. These hot gases escape through a nozzle, which is a fine jet-like opening with a great force in backward direction. It is the action force. Now these hot gases in turn exert an equal force of reaction on jet plane, due to which the plane is accelerated in forward direction. And this same principle is used in operation of rockets. Now the last example is a ball rebounds after striking a hard floor. So when a ball thrown from a height strikes a hard floor, it exerts a force on the floor, like this. This is the ball, and let us say this ball is dropped from a height on this ground. So this ball will exert a force on the floor, and in turn the floor will exert an equal and opposite reaction force on the ball, like this. Let us say this is F1 and this is F2. And as a result of this force F2, the ball will rebound. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.